Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well. In this video, I want to discuss one of the key things that could be holding you back from your weight loss goals. Now, along my journey, I just discovered this one key thing that was holding me back, and I just want to share it with you. Maybe it could be some help to you along your journey. The key thing that I discovered was my trigger foods. I think most of us have trigger foods, especially those of us who have struggled with weight loss and those of us who've had weight issues most of our lives. I'm one of those people. So I just wanted to share what I came across and what's been helpful to me. And those are trigger foods. These are foods, well, I'm at the point where I have eliminated junk food from my diet. I don't partake in the things that I was once addicted to, like soda and sugar. I've cut a lot of that out of my diet. I don't even drink soda anymore. I can't even remember the last time I had a soda. It's been years. I think I had a diet soda like 3 years ago. But I drink mostly water, tea, maybe occasionally some coffee, but mostly water. So I've eliminated, mostly processed foods. I eat whole foods now, and I'm on that journey to a better health. And I hope that you get there too. But I have discovered these trigger foods, and the food I was eating wasn't necessarily unhealthy, but it was holding me back. And these were the foods that kept me plateaued, and actually at certain points when I was eating too much of it, I gained weight. So I think it's important and it's imperative on this health journey, on a journey of getting to better health and to losing weight, that you discover what your trigger foods are, because there's certain things that you shouldn't be eating because your body is intolerant to. And I believe there's a test that you could take to find out which foods you're intolerant to. But I haven't got to the point where I have been tested for anything yet, but I'm just listening to my body, hearing my body, seeing how my body reacts to certain foods. And I think we should be mindful of that as we eat. So I discovered these 3 trigger foods that was basically holding me back, that wasn't necessarily unhealthy. The first trigger food was popcorn. Popcorn, I love popcorn. I can eat popcorn all day long. I discovered that if I ate popcorn more than once or twice a week, that it was holding me back and keeping me stagnant. Popcorn is one of those things that could actually make me gain weight personally. And I wasn't even eating like the really bad popcorn, like the movie theater popcorn, or pouring a bunch of butter and salt on it. I was eating like organic popcorn or skinny popcorn, but I was eating too much of it and my body did not agree with it. So it's not a food that I'm going to completely eliminate from my diet, but it's one that I need to watch out for. So I know that I could probably only eat popcorn maybe once or twice a month if I want to just keep on the right track. Another one of my trigger foods that I discovered was oatmeal. Yes, oatmeal is actually really good for you. Not that instant stuff that's full of additives and sugars. Not that stuff. Not the stuff in the packet. I'm talking about old-fashioned oats or steel-cut oats. I mean, good, healthy oats. Oatmeal is good for you. I was eating oatmeal like 3 to 4 times a week in the morning, and I discovered that that's one of the foods that was holding me back from progress. Not necessarily making me gain weight, but it was erasing my progress as I was eating it too much. I think oats are great. It's one of the grains that I kind of like want to keep in my diet. I've eliminated a lot of grains because grains were not good for me, and it was having an adverse effect on my body. But I've discovered that I cannot eat oatmeal 3 to 4 times a week. It's better for me to eat oatmeal twice a week. And if I eat oatmeal only twice a week, then I can maintain, my weight loss goals. I won't gain weight. I won't become stagnant. So I had to discover that, and also be careful with the oatmeal. People pour brown sugar on it, tons of honey, all those things. You don't need to put, because you're gonna harm yourself, and you're gonna erase the health benefit if you're pouring a bunch of granola and nuts and raisins and cranberries and things like that. What I do is I have just the plain oatmeal. I may have put some chia seeds on there, maybe once in a while, and maybe a little drizzle of honey, and some cinnamon, and that's it. So don't overload the oatmeal if you're gonna have it, but you need to find out what your trigger food is. So that was trigger food number 2 for me, and that was oatmeal. The third trigger food for me that I discovered was potatoes. I love potatoes. I mean, I can eat potatoes all day. and potatoes are really high carbohydrate foods. White potatoes were doing me in, and even sweet potatoes, if I was having too many of the sweet potatoes. So my body, I've discovered, was intolerant to potatoes. Potatoes aren't necessarily bad for you, but too much of it is not good. And especially I found that, I discovered it was not good for my body. So I discovered that I could probably have potatoes maybe once or twice a month. I was eating potatoes twice a week, and it was too much for me. It was a trigger food. It was holding me back. So when I scaled back on these are foods I'm not completely eliminating from my diet, but as I scaled back from these foods, I lost like 4 pounds in a week. 4 pounds in a week. And I maintained those 4 pounds off. So that actually put me to closer to where I want to be, like weight-wise and as far as my goals are. So that kind of like moved the lever for me, and I kind of leveled up when I discovered what my trigger foods are. But I want to encourage you all on your weight loss journey, on your journey to becoming a healthier human being. You need to discover what your trigger foods are. You need to pay attention to how your body reacts when you eat certain foods. That can make a huge difference in your weight loss. I know losing weight is incredibly hard, especially depending on your body type. I have a body type where, it's easy, very, very easy for me. I think it's called endomorph body type, where it's very easy for me to gain weight. But it's also easy for me to gain muscle. So I don't have a lean body type. That's just not me. And it's okay. Accept who you are. Love who you are, whether you're skinny, whether you're athletic, whether you're overweight, whether you're obese right now. Listen, accept who you are, but I just want you to get to a healthier place. I'm not ever going to be a size 4 or a size 2. I don't think I want to be a size 4 size. It's just not in my genetic makeup to be a petite person, because I'm not. But you have to accept who you are, how God made you. But along your journey, you need to discover what your trigger foods are. Listen to your body. If you eat something and it causes inflammation, or you feel dizzy, or you get a headache, if you eat something and you feel bloated, just listen to your body and how your body reacts when you eat certain foods. You eat something and all of a sudden you just swell up and you get all this water retention. You probably shouldn't be eating those foods. And sometimes those foods that we shouldn't be eating, these are the foods that we love the most. But you will not die. You will get over it. You'll be fine. Certain things you can eliminate. I thought I wouldn't be able to live without soda and Oreos, and look at me now. I'm still alive and breathing, and I'm fine, and I'm happy, and I'm healthier than I've ever been. So God is good. God is good. I was able to discover what wasn't working for me, but I want you to find out what's not working for you and pay attention to your body. I do believe you can take one of those tests where you can get tested for the foods that you're intolerant towards. I'm actually a little afraid to take that test, because if chocolate appears on that test, I'm in trouble. If it says that you're intolerant, that'd be a big problem for me, because I love chocolate. But everything in moderation. I eat dark chocolate. I don't eat unhealthy chocolate. So on your journey, I just want you guys to just pay attention, be mindful, discover what your trigger foods are, and it can really help you toward your weight loss goals. That's all I have to share with you today. Be blessed. Take care. Until my next video. Bye.